we'll check out Texas Fest 2019.
We'll meet some very talented high school artists.
And we'll preview main stage Irving Las Colinas Xanadu.
All this and more coming up About Town.
Hello everyone and welcome to About Town. I'm Susan Stevens.
And I'm Kathy Whiteman, and I am so glad to have you back here.
Yeah, I'm glad to be back.
So, what are you looking at the movies right now?
Well, I mean, right now what everyone is talking about is, of course, Avengers Endgame.
Oh, yes.
Which I loved.
I did too.
Yeah,
I did too.
It's great. And so I think everyone's still kind of hungry for more. And we can all look forward to seeing Spider-Man Far From Home. They just released a trailer and it looks really good, so I think it's perfect for someone who's wanting some more Marvel.
Yeah, just cannot get enough of the Marvel Universe.
Bring it on.
It's just part of the deal. Well, glad you're here.
Glad to be here.
And thank you so much for joining us for details on the 2019 Dragon Boat Kite and Lantern Festival.
We'll also bring you news on the BAPS Walk Green 2019 and the entertainment series of Irving's season finale, Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Bluegrass Band.
As always, we'd love to hear from you. Let us know about a community event you'd like to promote on the show or a story that you'd like to see.
You can email us at ictn@cityofirving.org or connect with us on social media. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, and follow us on Twitter. We'd love to hear from you.
Texas Fest 2019 was the grooviest fundraiser in town this year with their Flashback to the 60s theme. Here's a look at all the fun. The sounds of Hard Night's Day set the stage, as only the Fab Four can, for a party celebrating the Big 4-0.
A 60s vibe going on, and it is so much fun. It's peace, love, and health. Texas Fest 40th edition.
It's 40 and fabulous. This is the 40th year of Texas Fest.
It's a great reason to celebrate, so that's what everybody did. It was a flashback to honor the past.
We are commemorating all the great people who have gone before as chairs back there on that record wall.
In the history of Texas Fest, how many people have done this twice? Nobody except these two. Now I know why.
Co-chairs Craig Bowman and Cass Prince teamed up with Bob and Donna Bourgeois to create this blast to the past. Your outfit is absolute perfection. Tell me about it.
Well, it was very easy to put together. I just got every single 60s cliche I could think of and I threw it all on.
Hey, we were actually alive in the 60s.
The piece earrings, the belt, and the go-go boots. Woo-hoo! I don't think I left anything out.
I don't think you did. There was a great silent auction.
We had so many items for the silent auction tonight. They kept adding table after table after table. And yes, we have a lot of items. We're hoping we'll do very well tonight.
And everybody's favorite auction-tainer, Jeff Copeland, headed up the live
in the
auction.
back now, 7.5. I'm at 500. Your doctor's here. You might ought to bid when he keeps telling you to work out. I'm at 500. Anybody able to bid? 7.5, 7.5.
And celebrity sightings? Well, yeah. Janis Joplin and John Lennon and... What 60s icon are you this evening?
Just a typical disc jockey and record promoter from the 60s.
What makes us know that you are the typical record promoter from the 60s?
The attire. And the wig is awesome. I've never had this much hair in my life.
Cher.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people here seem to think that you're the president of the hospital. How did that happen?
I don't know how they could possibly think such a thing as that, but I do know from good authority that the hospital president is really excited about the event tonight.
She might or might not have been Cindy Shamp, but she knew what everybody was there to do.
The most important thing we're going to be doing, besides having fun, is raising money for great care at the hospital and to do more for our patients.
That's been the bottom line for Texas Fest for all of its 40 years.
This community shows up and they help their hospital.
The proceeds from this year's event will help to purchase new technology.
The Stryker Spy Elite.
We're calling it Spy Tracker, but it's a device that
inject the dye,
tracks blood flow during surgery.
This is where he originally made his mark, but you see the blood flow shows about another inch. Of pulling, and you can translate this into amputations, breast cancer.
It's going to make a huge difference. We'll be the first community hospital to have this technology, and so we are so excited. We're working as hard as we can to raise the funds. We'll raise about half of it tonight.
Since 1979 and for many years to come, Texas Fest helps keep Irving healthy, and it's a really great party.
So much fun that you're not going to remember it tomorrow.
Just like the 60s!
Exactly.
This is Kathy Whiteman reporting. Visit healthyirving.org to learn more fun ways to help the Baylor Scott and White Irving Foundation.
Irving ISD high schoolers showed off their artwork at the Irving Art Center as part of the annual exhibition of student art. I met a few of the artists who shared how much art and their art teachers have impacted their lives.
I love art because it can show who I am inside. It lets people understand how I think, and I can just like express myself in like different types of forms as well, or like just like display what I enjoy.
It's calm, it's soothing, it relaxes me a little bit, and I can just express myself in the way that I want to. It's something that I didn't know I had a passion for until I started making it.
A passion for art is why students have their work on display at the annual Irving ISD High School Art Exhibition.
Each school roughly has about 120 works of art represented.
10 different categories of art filled the Irving Art Center's main gallery, which included jewelry.
It took me 2 months to make a specific necklace. There's 3,570 beads on there. There's 200 rows of beads with 17 columns worth of beads.
Sculpting.
Mine is a tree made out of rope and yarn that I braided together and then hot glued onto it and then wrapped it around. I've always liked nature and I've always liked to be outdoors, and one of the things is a tree, so it always grabs my attention.
And mixed media.
My artwork was based off of a nightmare I had. That's why it's called Nightmare. So I had it like as a geode because, you know, everything's so like mixed and like different, just like how my nightmare was. First, it's like a foam board with 2 different types of liquid resin mixed with paint to get the color, crystal rocks, gold flakes, and glitter, and black spray paint.
Exhibits like these allow students to be recognized for their talents.
Fortunately, the Irving Art Center has allotted a time for not just high school, but elementary and middle school to have art exhibitions. And I think that just fosters a love for visual arts from a very young age that we see continue in through 12th grade and then into their 1st and 4th year of college.
Though the students are thankful to be able to share their art with the community, they are even more grateful to their teachers who have inspired them.
She's always there for us, Super Saturday, staying after school, supplying for us all the stuff that we need. She's really amazing. I love Miss Taylor so much.
My teacher is basically my mentor when it comes to jewelry making, so she has a lot of impact with what I make.
She's like a great teacher, and I thank her very much because she's like helped me choose like the different types of colors, the different types of like ways to make it, textures, and like how it could appeal to others. Like she's helped me like a lot.
My art teacher, she's the reason I went to college. I was kind of one of those hidden, kind of ignored children. And I really owe it to her that I was successful. And for me, it's a great way to express yourself. And you know, and for me to be able to then teach that and see these kids who, you know, maybe don't have a whole lot going on for them finally kind of brighten up. It's really fulfilling.
Giving students a creative outlet and encouragement towards pursuing arts in their future. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
The Senior Portfolio Show is next, and it continues in the Irving Art Center main gallery through May 12th.
The 12th annual Dragon Boat, Kite, and Lantern Festival returns to Lake Carolyn this month.
Alejandra Reyes and Kelly Hart join us with a preview of all the fun.
Thanks so much for being here, ladies.
Well, thank you for having us.
And I'll tell you, it is all the fun because you guys always put on such a great event. So, of course, the centerpiece is the Dragon Boat races. What can you tell us about your teams this year?
Of course, this year we will have over 40 different teams.
And as you know, very dynamic. It will be a lot of fun for all the different corporations and team members. Our festival starts at 8:30 in the morning and it goes through 6 p.m.
Okay, fantastic.
Yeah. So Kelly, you don't have to be cheering on a team to enjoy the festival. Can you talk about the other stuff people can do there?
Yeah, sure. We're going to have a lot of great opportunities to see some culture and be able to attend some shows. We also have dumpling making and kite flying, and if you need to learn how to make a kite, there are going to be some teachers there to be able to teach you how to make kites.
Oh, that's great, yeah.
Yeah, it is always so much fun, but there's also the opportunity for folks who want to get involved with the organization. I said we should probably say the event is always sponsored by the Marco Polo World Foundation, and their volunteer opportunities. Are there any still left or sponsorship opportunities?
Yes, absolutely. We welcome sponsors, we welcome volunteers for the day of the event. It will be a great experience. As you know, our organization supports education and multiculturalism, so they will really like it.
That's great.
And I know you said that you have some exciting news you wanted to share with us.
Yes, most certainly. Our organization has set up a Dragon Boat Racing Club. This is for different corporations. They want to promote their team building activities. This is something that they can do throughout the year, and they can basically obtain more information if they visit dragonboatracingclub.org. So I encourage corporations that want to enhance their diversity program, inclusion diversity program in their organization to join us.
I think that's a great idea.
Yeah, I love that.
I know that the Irving firefighters always have a team, and you know, they're my personal favorite, so I always want to get out there and cheer for our firefighters. But with 40 teams, the competition's going to be something.
Most certainly.
Yeah, will be. So folks, you don't want to miss the 12th annual Dragon Boat Kite and Lantern Festival, and this year it's on Sunday, May 19th. The fun kicks off at 8:30 a.m. and it lasts until 6 p.m. at beautiful Lake Carolyn. If you'd like some more details, visit dfwdragonboatfestival.com. This week, Susan reviews 2 new movies that got dwarfed in the Avengers Endgame frenzy, The Intruder and Booksmart. She says one of them is definitely worth checking out in theaters, and the other, well, maybe just wait till it hits Netflix. Here's Susan with more.
Hey! This guy. Randall! Stop drilling holes in my house!
Hey, whoa. Keep working.
What the hell are you doing?
Keep working. What are you doing here?
When I was down the road, I was fishing, I saw the security van go by. You been having a problem?
He's the unwelcome guest that just won't stay away. In the new thriller, The Intruder, be prepared to see a side of Dennis Quaid you've never seen before.
This is not necessary.
What is necessary is that I protect my wife.
Hey, Randall, you be careful with these vines. It took 50 years for these things to grow in the house. Okay, Mr. Beck.
It's not your house.
Quaid plays Charlie, who after selling his Napa home to Annie and Scott, a happy couple looking to start a family, struggles to let go of what was once his.
Welcome to Foxglove. I'm Charlie Peck.
This view is beautiful.
It's the only house I ever lived in.
Nice looking family.
We always had a lot of love here. This house is yours now.
We'll take good care of her.
I'm gonna hold you to that.
Have a good time in Florida, buddy.
You're not gonna believe this. Charlie is outside cutting the grass.
What?
Did you just get this out of the garage?
That's right, keep it.
Something is really off with that guy.
Charlie claims his daughter has a room waiting for him in Florida, but for some reason his trip keeps getting postponed and his visits become more frequent. But something is off with him from the start. Quaid gives all kinds of creeps throughout this film. A simple smirk or slight head tilt is enough to make you feel very uncomfortable by his presence. Let's be honest, films like these are what I like to call Lifetime movies on steroids. Someone who should be innocent appears friendly to a naive couple, then one person catches on while the other one is still oblivious until the dramatic and usually bloody climax. Yes, it's predictable, but what we hope for is tolerable acting and a fun hour-and-a-half escape. The Intruder got lucky with their cast. With the exception of some weak supporting actors, Quaid and his other leading co-stars Megan Good and Michael Ealy are strong enough performers to let you believe in this ridiculous predicament.
Charlie's quite a guy. Just don't look too close under the mask.
His wife died in that house. Mrs. Charlie took Mr. Charlie's shotgun in her mouth. At least that's how Charlie explained it to them.
There are plenty of times you will want to scream at the screen, "No, don't." And Charlie's backstory / the film's big twist is incredibly weak. It's another reason why you can't take this film seriously. Quaid provides enough jump scares to satisfy the tensity quota, but overall, The Intruder is still a plot we've seen many times before and one I can't justify audiences spending $10 to see in theaters. Save this one for a rental. Now, if you want to know what movie you should be spending your money on, be sure to go see Olivia Wilde's knockout directorial debut, Booksmart. Amy and Molly are best friends and also the smartest people in their class. They achieved their dream Ivy League colleges after 4 years of hard work and refraining from a wild social life.
Hey, Samantha. She's got a really cute smile. Go talk to her. Sorry. Sharp elbows, not as sharp as your chin. What?
It's the last day. We got you through high school.
I need to go over the end of the year budget numbers.
Can't we just graduate, head off to college? That should do it, right?
We will persist.
I can't hear you. I can't soundproof glass.
We have to go to a party tonight. What? Nobody knows that we are fun. We didn't party because we wanted to focus on school and get into good colleges. And it worked. But the irresponsible people who partied also got into those colleges.
On the eve of their high school graduation, the girls are fed up and want to show their class their fun side at the biggest party of the year.
Put me to your lips.
Hand sanitizer. Check. Chapstick. Check. Mace. Listen, it is very important that you keep the safety. At first glance, you may be thinking this is just another female version of Superbad. While there are times it feels reminiscent of that film, Booksmart is its own kind of wonderful. Though it's just as crude, it's not quite as chaotic and stays a little more focused on the bond and friendship that Amy and Molly have. In the span of one night, they grow a lot, each in their own way. But the film never veers from the message that you can balance hard work and having fun. Through Caitlin Devers and Beanie Feldstein's chemistry and quick-witted performance, we also see that if you get to go through life with just one good best friend, then count yourself lucky.
Oh my God, how old are you?
Does not matter!
Olivia Wilde succeeds in making a hilarious, raunchy teen comedy from a female perspective. It's a rarity that was a true pleasure to see, as I haven't laughed that hard in a movie in a long time. Booksmart is the best comedy of the year and has set a very high bar on teen comedies. It's a laugh out loud riot you won't want to miss. For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Don't say we're having a date night.
The Intruder is currently playing at the AMC Irving Mall, Regal MacArthur Marketplace, and Alamo Drafthouse Cinema. Booksmart opens May 24th. The Dallas chapter of BAPS Charities hosts a spring fundraiser that gets everyone on their feet.
Yogan Rao and Rena Jeriwala join us with the news on Walk Green 2019.
Thanks so much for being here today, you guys. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you.
So this is a fun event, and it's for a great cause, but there may be some folk in our viewership that aren't familiar with BAPS Charities. Can you tell us about the organization?
Sure. So BAPS Charities is a global nonprofit organization that is dedicated to serving individuals, families, and the local community. We basically undertake a number of activities: health and wellness, educational, environmental initiatives, and sort of disaster relief activities as well. So there are a whole bunch of activities that we undertake. And we do this through our network of over 100 centers in North America and over 1,100 throughout the world.
Wow, so it is an international charity.
It is.
With a great local think globally, act locally.
Yes.
You guys wrote the textbooks on that. That's great.
Yeah. And Rena, can you tell us about Walk Green 2019?
Absolutely. So Walk Green 2019 is taking place on Saturday, May 18th at 8 a.m. at Valley Ranch High School. This year, our national beneficiary is the Nature Conservatory. Think about it. We all want clean air to breathe, and the conservatory's main mission is to plant 1 billion trees throughout the world. With that being said, we at BAPS over the past 3 years have had a chance to donate over 360,000 trees across 76 centers with 23,000 walkers.
Wow. It's incredible work that you guys do. It truly is. And I know that one of the other focuses that you have, again, is acting locally. You've got local charities that you're supporting as well. Can you tell us who they are this year?
Yes, we've got 3 local beneficiaries. The first one is Brighter Tomorrows. That's a local charity supporting victims of domestic abuse. Our second one is the Irving Police Athletic League, which supports at-risk youth. And our third one is Keep Irving Beautiful, and I think the name just says it all.
I think you're right.
And what details do viewers need to know to participate in the Walk Green 2019?
Yeah, so again, the walk event is on Saturday, May 18th at 8 a.m. at Valley Ranch High School. It's a free event. Anyone in the community is welcome to come. Free registration, free t-shirts, free parking, everything is all included. It's a chance to get to meet your community members and support a great cause.
It absolutely is, and it's a lot of fun. And folks, bring your kids, because there is so much to do at this event for children. They'll want to go every single year. So that's going to be, again, the BAPS Walk Green 2019 on Saturday, May 18th. Start registration at 8 a.m., although you can register online. And the walk starts at 9 a.m., and it's all happening at Ranch View High School.
Get ready for a roller skating musical adventure with Xanadu, closing the main stage Irving Las Colinas 2018-2019 season. Here's a preview of the show.
It's the 80s musical about an unlikely romance that led to a hopping disco roller rink.
Xanadu is an adaptation of probably the worst film of 1980. Xanadu, the original movie was a Universal Pictures movie that was put together right at the height of Grease and Olivia Newton-John's fame and fortune. Then the movie came out, and it was bad. It's one of my all-time favorites, but it's a bad movie.
As luck would have it, Tony Award-winning playwright Douglas Carter Beane turned the flop into a Broadway hit.
Kind of morphed it into this ridiculous, fun story of a muse and her 8 sisters who come down to earth and find this artist in Venice, California, and inspire him to create great art.
Mainstage Irving Las Colinas' newest production, Xanadu, follows Sonny Malone, a struggling artist on the verge of giving up on his dream.
Ruin everything I do. I'll never get it right. Never, 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 never. Ugh. Mega bummer.
But everything changes when he meets the captivating Kira.
Ancient Greek muse who helps him achieve his dreams, essentially, as far as like creating this Xanadu roller disco club that incorporates all the arts with athletic elements.
From there, the play centers on this blossoming relationship.
Starts off more of an infatuation, who's this beautiful woman that wants to help me out of nowhere, and then sort of a camaraderie comes along between the two, which ends up falling into more of a romantic sense.
Are you in love with him?
Unfortunately for Sonny, it's a romance that's strictly forbidden.
Yourself.
You speak with a serpent's tongue, my old, ancient, and potentially senile sister. Ooh. I know for muses to create is forbidden by Zeus himself, forbidden almost as much as loving a mortal. My work with the one called Sonny Malone is purely selfish.
Despite Zeus's rule, Kira finds Sonny difficult to resist, but not nearly as difficult as performing on stage in roller skates.
The chances with you.
It's been a challenge. I haven't fallen much. I've only fallen when I've tried something new. But it's been a lot of fun getting to try it and to get comfortable with it.
We've had a couple of bumps and bruises, but nothing too severe.
Well, I've been telling everyone, come see the show and maybe get a chance of seeing me fall on my butt.
However, the skating isn't the only reason audiences should roll their way to this show.
The cast is wonderful. Everyone is so talented, and it's just a lot of fun.
I love the kind of campiness of it, but at its heart, It's a story about love and creating art. There's a line at the end of the show that kind of capsulizes the whole show. It says, to love someone else and to create art, that is Xanadu. And that's why I like this show so much.
Xanadu is a musical adventure about following your dreams and conquering the obstacles that come your way.
Come check us out. We're here till May 25th, and I guarantee you at least one incredible belly laugh.
For About Town, this is Susan Stevens.
Xanadu opens Friday, May 10th and continues through May 25th in the Dupree Theater. Call 972-252-ARTS for showtimes and ticket information.
The entertainment series of Irving closes their 2018-2019 season with a big crowd pleaser.
Johnny Pegues and Alan Connor join us with the details.
Great to see you guys.
Thank you.
And welcome to the board, Alan. I know that they're thrilled to have you.
It is a pleasure to be here, and it's a pleasure to be on the board.
So I did not reveal the name, so I'm going to let you have the pleasure of telling everyone who the big season finale is going to be this year.
Well, our show is going to be Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Bluegrass Band, and they are absolutely fabulous. We've had them before, and they're a huge crowd pleaser. Everyone knows the Beatles music, but they don't expect it to be these kinds of instruments, and with bluegrass and classical and jazz in it, so it's going to be very exciting.
It is. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And Alan, as an entertainer yourself, how difficult would you say it is to perform Beatles music's bluegrass style?
Well, it's not that it's that hard to do, but what you're doing is you're taking a genre that everybody is so familiar with it, and then you're giving it a twist that's never been heard before. Yeah. And these guys are such accomplished musicians that it's one of those things that when they finish a song, you can't wait to see what the next song and what treatment they're going to give to that next song.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. I think I want to hear Eleanor Rigby done bluegrass style. I can imagine they make that really happen.
That's right.
So this concludes the season, and
yes.
The new season will start again in October. Okay, October. Mm-hmm. But I know you're going to start your season subscription drive pretty soon. How can people get their season tickets?
Well, we have our kickoff dinner tonight, where we're talking with everyone about what's going to happen, and then people can call the Irving Arts Center or go online and get their season tickets that way, or from a board member. Just contact one of the board members.
Okay, so expect telephone calls, okay? You said it, so now you expect phone calls.
Let me give out my number.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Alan, why do you think that this show is such a great way to conclude the season and kind of the launch for next year?
Because the music, the Beatles music, it's all ages. I mean, from the youngest kids to the oldest kids know what the Beatles are, know who the Beatles are. They listen to them. It's just like my kids know who they are because that's who they had to listen to when they got in my car. And then to have the treatment that's done that way, it's going to just appeal to everyone, and that's what I think is so important for this.
Oh, you gotta love that. Yeah. So great music, great musicians, and great ideas. I mean, how can we miss here?
That's right.
Folks, that's Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Bluegrass Band on Saturday, May 18th at 7:30 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall, presented by the Entertainment Series of Irving. And here are a few more hot tickets happening about town. The Lone Star Youth Orchestra celebrates 20 years at a special anniversary concert on Wednesday, May 15th at 7 p.m. in Carpenter Performance Hall.
And the first round of auditions for the Lone Star Youth Orchestra are Saturday, May 18th from 10:30 a.m. to 5 p.m. To secure your audition spot, register online at lasclinasymphony.org/LSYO/auditions.
You can be in the know about Let's Play Irving, the Irving Parks and Recreation Department's master plan. Hear the details at an open house on Thursday, May 23rd at 6 p.m. at Lee Park Recreation Center. Get more details at letsplayirving.com.
And Cima Ballet Folklorico presents Esto es Mexico on Saturday, May 25th at 7 p.m. in the Dupree Theater. To learn more about events at the Irving Arts Center, call 972-252-ARTS. And that wraps up this edition of About Town. Thanks for joining us.
Please be sure to tune in next time when we'll have highlights from KameaCon 2019.
We'll also have highlights from this year's record-breaking Breakfast with the Stars, and we'll meet some of Irving ISD's other rising stars featured in the Senior Portfolio Art Exhibit.
We'll leave you tonight with another look at Spectrum in performance with the Irving Symphony Orchestra. For About Town, I'm Kathy Whiteman.
And I'm Susan Stevens. Have a great evening.